Hello and welcome to the News on the Hours, brought to you from the Anglican Cable Network Nigeria, ACNNTV. I am Rachel Ibun. Ahead of 2019 Divine Commonwealth Conference, DIVCON, which is an annual convocation of believers in Christ, the Primate of the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion, His Grace the Most Reverend Nicholas Oko, has advised all participants of the conference to prepare to receive and to prepare themselves to be part of the program from the beginning to the end, while also preparing to give their inputs to the growth of the church. The primate gave this advice at a press conference organized to sensitize the public on what is expected of them with regards to the 2019 Divine Commonwealth Conference, DIVCON.
All those who are coming for DIVCON should be prepared to receive. Anything you do without great expectation, you get nothing out of it. So as they are coming, they should be prepared, one, to be part of the program, not to roam about. You notice that during the program, some will be going around in the premises, pricing things, looking for what to buy, and so on and so forth. It's not a trade fair. So when they are coming, they should be prepared to be part of the program from beginning to the end. And then they should be prepared to be of help to other people. And even through this type of program, fellowships could also be formed of a particular group of people around the country. And this group now starts also to generate strength for the church. So that is what I think. And those who are coming should be prepared to give to the church a way of advice, give them their presence, give them their training, give them their money, give them their knowledge, and carry the idea back to their dioceses to make our church more vibrant. The primate also shared the vision behind the theme of the conference, which says, "O God, our help in ages past." The build-up to this last election was almost like the build-up to the election of 2015. There was fear in the air, and the church had been subject to a lot of trouble. And many people were saying that we don't have anybody to speak for us in government. We don't have anybody to, we are not actually regarded as anything in terms of employment, in terms of appointment, in terms of many things. And it looks like we are orphans. So we felt that we should reassure the people that God of old is still God of today and will be God of tomorrow. And therefore, if you have God, you have everything. That even the nation is in the hand of God, not in the hand of man. We should trust God and move on. He has not failed us in the past. He will not fail us today, and definitely will not fail us tomorrow.
Divine Commonwealth Conference is slated to begin on Monday the 11th till Friday the 15th of November 2019 by 8 a.m. daily at the National Christian Center, Abuja, and promises to be a week of transformation, exposition, and ministration in God's presence. The Yoruba socio-political organization Afenifere has charged the Vice President Yemi Osinbajo to resign his position following reports of his office being undermined. Afenifere said Osinbajo should do exactly like the former Chief of Staff to ex-military head of state Ibrahim Babangida, Commodore Ebitu Ukiwe, who stepped down after certain decisions were taken without his knowledge. National Publicity Secretary of Afenifere, Yinka Odumakin, gave the call in a reaction to the reports that some aides of the Vice President were allegedly sacked by President Muhammadu Buhari. Speaking with newsmen, Odumakin said stepping down was the most honorable thing for Osinbajo to do at this point in time. Cross River State Governor Professor Ben Ayade has appointed an acting Vice Chancellor of the Cross River State University of Technology, CRUTECH, It was reported that Professor Oga David Abuja from University of Calabar, UNICAL, was appointed the new acting VC for CRUTEC. The appointment is effective November 7, 2019. According to reports, the appointment was against choices made by Academic Staff Union ASU of the university, a development that may lead to bad blood between the governor and ASU. The union has vowed not to accept any other candidate aside one from the list of 5 names submitted to the governor. The registrar of CRUTEC, Mr. Gabriel Bechel, who confirmed the appointment to Daily Post via a phone conversation, however, said ASU had nothing to do with appointment. The state chief press secretary, Mr. Christian Ita, also confirmed the appointment, saying the press release to that effect came from the office of the secretary to the state government. Already there is tension in the university as ASU CRUTEC chapter convened an emergency meeting with a view to downing tools in the university. Meanwhile, the lecturers in the university have returned the students' examination scripts of both final year students and others to the office of the Vice Chancellor. A federal high court sitting in Abuja on Thursday held that the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) was wrong to have disqualified the Kogi governorship election candidate of the Social Democratic Party (SDP), Natasha Akpoti. Justice Folashade Ogunbanjo Giwa, in her judgment, says INEC lacks the power to disqualify any candidate for an election, as it is the exclusive preserve of a competent court of law. According to the judge, the provisions of Section 31 and 83 of the Electoral Act, which holds that INEC cannot disqualify or reject candidates nominated by a political party for an election, is aimed at ensuring that it does not lie within the executive realms of INEC to determine who participates in an election. Justice Ogunbanjo Giwa accordingly granted relief 1 to 7 of the plaintiffs as she orders INEC to include the name of the governorship and deputy governorship candidate of the SDP, as well as the party's logo on the ballot in the November 16 governorship election in Kogi State. The Kogi governorship election is scheduled to hold on November 16. We now go for a short commercial break. News on the hour continues. Please stay tuned.
The Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion presents DIVCON, the Divine Commonwealth Conference 2019, with the theme, "O God, our help in ages past." DIVCON, an annual convocation of believers in Christ, will feature speakers and announced servants of God from all over the world. Monday 11th to Friday 15th November will be a week of daily exposition, ministration and transformation through Bible study, fervent prayers, revival sessions, individual counseling with true worship of the Almighty in tuneful accord. DIVCON 2019 will open on Monday 11 November at 5 p.m. Venue, National Christian Center, Abuja. Registration is ongoing at www.divcon.com. DIVCON will be streamed live daily on ACNNTV. Convener, His Grace the Most Reverend Nicholas Ogo, Archbishop, Metropolitan and Primate of all Nigeria.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying tuned. For more on our top stories, please visit our website at acnntv.com or youtube.com/ACNNTV. And to be up to date with our news and other programs, download the ACNN app for Android from Google Play Store. And now to the international scene. The Episcopal Electoral College for the Diocese of Down and Dromo, during their meeting in St. Patrick's Cathedral, Armor, has elected Archdeacon David Maclay as the new Bishop of Down and Dromo in Northern Ireland. He succeeds the Right Reverend Harold Miller, who retired at the end of September. The Venerable David Maclay is Archdeacon of Down and Rector of Willowfield Parish Church in East Belfast. He was previously Rector of Kilkeel and has served his whole ordained ministry to date in the Diocese of Down and Dromo. The Most Reverend Dr. Richard Clark, Archbishop of Armor and Primate of all Ireland, has congratulated David Maclay on his election as Bishop of Down and Dromo. The bishop-elect said while responding to the election, has asked people to pray for him to remain a godly leader. Following approval by the House of Bishops, the bishop-elect will be consecrated as a bishop on a date to be determined. A Hong Kong student has died after falling during protests, sparking impromptu protests and vigil from pro-democracy activists. Alice Chow fell from ledge of a car park during a police operation to clear the area, adding that the exact circumstances of his fall are unclear, but reports said he was trying to get away from tear gas. The 22-year-old Alex came after another week of political violence in Hong Kong, adding that he has been in a coma but was certified dead earlier on Friday, according to the hospital where he was treated. Following, students at the city's University of Science and Technology called for an investigation into how he fell and why it took paramedics nearly 20 minutes to arrive, saying at the time of his fall, dozens of riot police were approaching, firing tear gas into the car park and surrounding areas to clear away protesters. Thousands of high school students across Lebanon skipped classes Friday for the third day in a row to carry on the flame of the country's anti-craft movement. Lebanon has since October 17 been gripped by massive cross-sectarian protests demanding a complete revamping of a political system they say is corrupt and inept. With youth unemployed running at over 30%, school students have joined en masse since Wednesday demanding a better country so they don't have to emigrate. Across Lebanon, students protested outside state institutions and banks, including in the southern city of Saida, Tripoli in the north, and the east Baalbek. What started as a spontaneous and leaderless movement has become more organized in recent days, with protesters targeting institutions viewed as particularly inefficient or corrupt. Lebanon's cabinet stepped down last week, but no official consultations have started on forming a new government, and outgoing Premier Saad Hariri remains in a caretaker capacity. The World Bank has urged Lebanon to form a new government quickly, warning of a threat of a further economic downturn in a country where almost a third of the population lives in poverty. Australian authorities say an unprecedented number of emergency-level bushfires have threatened the state of New South Wales, saying more than 90 blazes were raging across the state. Gusted winds and up to 35 degrees centigrade heat have exacerbated the fires, many of which are in drought-affected areas. There are reports of people trapped in their homes in several places, with crew unable to reach them due to the strength of the fire. Rural Fire Service Commissioner Shane Fitzsimmons said with at least 17 blazes at the highest threat level are in uncharted territory, adding that we have never seen fires concurrently at emergency warning level. Mr. Fitzsimmons said authorities have deployed more than 1,000 firefighters and 70 aircrafts to save as many people as possible, saying due to the size and speed of the fire, we couldn't get to everyone, even by road or helicopter. And now to sports stories. Former UEFA President Michel Platini is taking action to obtain substantial amounts of back pay as well as a bonus and legal fees. According to sources close to Platini, whose 4-year suspension from football ended in October, the former France international is seeking to recoup around 7.2 million euros, including 5.5 million euros in back pay. Platini did not confirm the amounts. Platini said that he is asking for the contractual elements to be applied through his lawyer. A triple Ballon d'Or winner, Platini was expected to succeed Sepp Blatter as FIFA president in 2016, but failed spectacularly from grace a few months earlier. The 64-year-old was suspended by World Football's governing body in 2015 over controversial payment of 2 million Swiss francs. That's 1.8 million euros and $2 million that he received from Blatter. The payment made in 2011 when Blatter was seeking re-election as president was related to work carried out by Platini between 1999 and 2002. Platini has always insisted he did nothing wrong. His suspension ended on October 6th, and he has said he now hopes to find a new role in football. The former Juventus star said the bonus that he wanted repaid was linked to the organization of Euro 2016. Platini's Swiss lawyer Vincent Solari confirmed that legal proceedings had begun. Manchester United manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer felt things were starting to come together for his side in the 3-0 victory over Partizan Belgrade. The rest breezed into the knockout stages of the Europa League and have still to concede a goal ahead of the two final Group L features against Astana and AZ Alkmaar. Speaking to MUTV and at his post-match press conference at Old Trafford, the boss was pleased with the night's work.
Be the cups that cheer. Remember, and really, he knows it.
They won't go for man. Yeah, it's a wonderful finish from Mason Greenwood. He holds his position.
And that's it from the news on the hour. Thanks for watching. I am Rachel Ibunu.